everybody. So today I am joined by my fabulous husband, who I kind of wanted him to speak to you guys today a little bit about being a spouse in this journey with us. And he has been super supportive of me from day one. Well, I would say maybe day 2 or 3.
Yes, that's why I like it.
Yeah. So he was a little bit skeptical at first in this journey and wasn't really sure about this whole network marketing thing, and certainly wasn't sure about this whole Plexus thing. And as you can see, he's kind of on board a little bit now with the shirt that he has on. But I wanted him to, I asked him to do this video with me today because I wanted him to tell you guys a little bit about what made him turn the corner and why he has been so incredibly supportive of me over these past 2 years. And so, Chris, I want you to tell them a little bit about your journey with this, following me through this, and what your kind of thought process was in this whole journey.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we've always been active and always pursued things that in our lifestyle that made sense from a health standpoint. But that was actually, I think you'll agree when I say this, that we were always outwardly or physically trying to address those issues or trying to live healthy and so forth. But it wasn't until you started looking at the inward part.
Right.
You know, we were really active. We were always doing stuff that was, energetic and stuff that kept us, physically in shape from the outward side, but we still would have our issues internally.
And how many times did you tell me to go get a multivitamin and that would fix
Yeah,
the
because
problem?
that's what guys think about is, hey, what can this do? What can this stuff, or any multi-level marketing, vitamin or supplement, whatever, as we look at it, that don't know the business side of it, that a multivitamin can't do. So that's kind of where we started, wasn't it?
Right. And then I tried the product, and you were super skeptical about it.
Yeah, because I wasn't doing it.
No.
I wouldn't.
So what would you say if there's a spouse out there that's watching this video? Because I know I've talked to some of you, and I know that some of you have spouses that are like, I'm not on board with this. I don't support it. I don't think it works. I think it's crazy. And you're not on board with it. So what would you say to those skeptical spouses who are like, this is insane and they're never going to make any money and these products are never going to work? What would you say to them?
I would say try the products yourself. 99.9% of people that are in this, that especially Americans, I should say, eat products or eat foods that aren't necessarily good for you, and as a result, have gut health issues and don't realize what actually we're putting into our bodies that really stuff like Plexus takes care of and addresses. So try the products yourself. That is my number one thing for you, is to try them yourself, see how they work yourself, and help. Actually, you'll realize how important gut health is to begin with.
And that was one of the things that you said, okay, fine, if this is working for you, then let me try it myself and see. And that was kind of you. I mean, I think you were calling my hand on it. I think a little bit, maybe. You were like, okay. I think if we're being honest,
that's how guys are. I mean,
he thought it was all in my head. Yeah. He thought it was all in my head. So he tried the product and fell in love with the product. Off some high blood pressure medication, and has been for 2 years. Feels better than ever. Military guy who has to do PT test on a regular basis. Great PT test. You're feeling better than ever. Lost some inches, and energy levels are insane. Got off Mountain Dew.
Yes.
Praise the Lord for that. So then he started seeing a difference with the product. And then what kind of turned a corner for you on the whole business aspect? Because I remember you telling me, if you can just get your products paid for, okay, go for it.
Yeah.
But what kind of turned the corner for you on that?
Well, obviously, the learning the products myself and what they could do for me was a big thing. But once I saw a little bit of that, the first couple of weeks, I guess, for me, along with seeing how they were helping for you, obviously, and you had some more issues than I did, and you started entertaining the thought of doing this as a business, I said, okay, well, I was this skeptical spouse still saying, all right, hey, just go ahead and that's a great idea, because I saw how much the cost was involved to do them right. I said, all right, the great thing would be to get it, if you're going to do a business side, is pay for the products that we're using.
We're talking about a little bit of a cheapskate. Are you a little bit cheap?
No, I'm just economically careful is what I kind of review it as.
Okay.
Or call it. But yeah, great. Hey, yeah, Melissa, great. Go ahead and let's look at the business side of it, because I know you had tons of friends in social media You've got just a great circle of friends, period, first of all. And I knew with your network and just the friends you had that were in the same type of mentality as we were, for the most part, that you could probably share this with people and say, and get enough people to buy in to say, hey, yeah, I'm willing to try that. I'll see how it's working with you or both of you for that matter.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that. And you know what? You probably could sell enough, or not sell enough. It's a bad choice of words, of course. Share enough that we could pay for our products and we could be getting healthy
for free.
For free. So that's kind of really how I looked at it. I had no intentions of looking at it as anything remotely other than that to begin with.
So now 2 years later, you look at where we've come with this.
Wow.
Just got my last paycheck, and I called him up and I said, you're not going to believe my paycheck this month. 5 figures in 1 month. 5 figures in 1 month. And 2 years ago, if I had told you that I can make 5 figures in a month, would you have believed me?
Never. I've never seen it before, first of all. Didn't know anybody that had done it before. But yeah.
But there were some sacrifices involved in that. A little bit. I don't really feel like I've sacrificed a lot of time with our family because I'm still a stay-at-home mom. I've still made time for our kids. We've gone on family vacations. We've done some really fun vacations together by ourselves, thanks to Plexus.
Absolutely.
But sacrifice a little bit of time maybe at night when I needed to stay up later and do some work, or maybe during the day when I kind of had to be on the phone a little bit more than I wanted to be because I needed to make this business work for our family. And what would you say to that skeptical spouse out there that's like, you know what, I really don't want to give up my wife or my husband right now for a little bit of time, or maybe sacrifice a little bit of time to let them work this business. Is it worth it? And talk to that skeptical spouse out there for a minute.
Well, anybody who's skeptical to begin with needs to start with that, in my opinion, that 60-day money-back guarantee, because any company that's willing to let you use their product for 60 days...
Use it all up.
Yeah, use it all up.
Yeah.
Go through the whole thing in 60 days. They're willing to give you your money back, which is not, like I said, again, these are not, I use the word cheap. They're not the most affordable products on the market in this type of business. Would you agree?
Right.
They're very good.
You get what you pay for in supplements.
I would agree with that. That's a good way of putting it. Here's how I would do. I would give it 90 days, and beginning at the first of the summer. That's probably, wouldn't you agree, that the best time?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the business too. The products you should give 60 days, but the business, if you're out there and your spouse is like, hey, I really want to work this business this summer, give them the summer. Is it worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it worth it to get that 5-figure paycheck one day? I mean, is it worth it if they can build that momentum this summer and really work this business and eventually reach that 5-figure income? Is that worth it? And you sit there and you say, but only some people can do that. No, I have 9 friends now that, 10 friends from the same college. We all went to the same college. We all were at college at the exact same time, who are now making 5-figure a month incomes. Same college, same time, small college, not a big college, small college. So it is not just a few people that can excel at this business. So what if they could give it 3 months? I mean, is that a worthy sacrifice?
Absolutely. Now, I think you should say also that you're not going to make 5 figures in 90 days.
Oh, absolutely.
That's one thing I want to make sure that those skeptical spouses out there understand is that, hey, we're not saying that it's very possible. No, it's not very possible. But what you can do within 90 days, just seeing what you did and you giving it the great effort that you did in sharing and doing the things that you're capable of doing, not just doing anything extraordinary or getting anything that actually interrupted our life or any matter, but when you approach that 90 days the way that we're asking them to, I mean, we were easily in the paying for your products, which is number one.
Right.
You're getting into a healthy lifestyle for free at that point.
And that's just sharing with just a few people.
But what I started with was, hey, what if this could pay a car payment? Or help you, or in other words, help you double what you're paying for your car payment to reduce debt. Then we went to mortgage. So that's where we were almost when the products for free and a car payment within that 90 days. And if you can do that, if you're putting effort into it to get to that point, let me tell you something. 5 figures is very possible, because that shows you that you have a network or just the ability to see that the impact that this stuff can have. And That's really just the way I see it.
So now
Not necessarily pie in the sky stuff,
right,
but
right.
reasonable things that can affect, your health, your wellness, the way you live your life, the way your kids live your life. I mean, we had ADHD problems, we had gastrointestinal problems, we had all the kind of things. Energy levels, mine were up and down, this and that. When you realize the impact that stuff can have on it, this stuff can have on it, I should say, it's much easier to realize that, hey, this could also be something that could help you and your family, just by simply sharing what it's doing for you.
Exactly right.
So that's the well-rounded. That's the circle I'm going. I hope I didn't go in a circle there, but when you buy into that, to just letting that see how that will go, I promise you're going to see wonderful things, from a health and wellness standpoint, but obviously how it can help you address some issues that you may have in your financial situation as well.
And beyond the products and beyond the financial stuff, when you went to convention with me last year, you kind of caught the big picture then.
Yeah.
And and I remember on that plane ride home, I remember Chris saying, all right, I got to make a list of all the people I know that we can share these products with. And oh my goodness, this person would love the business and this person would love the products. And we got to call this person. And I remember you caught the vision at that time and you kind of really saw. He went to the Men of Plexus meeting last year at convention. And he's been kind of my partner in this ever since then. And you've always been supportive, but that was really when he turned the corner on seeing the big vision. So if you're a spouse out there and you're skeptical and you're not really willing to give your wife or your husband a couple months to really pour into this business to see if they can make this work, I want to challenge you this summer to kind of rearrange your thinking on that and really give your spouse, because trust me, the money is there, the products are great. Plexus is doing things the right way at the right time with the right products, and this is the right company. And if you don't believe that, give your spouse 3 months to prove you wrong. Give them just a little bit of space and a little bit of time to work this business and see what could happen. Because I promise you, it has worked really well for us. I will forever be grateful for this business. I will forever be grateful for him for giving me just that spousal support that I needed, because a lot of times that is huge. We just want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. And we love Plexus.
We love Plexus.